Hi, hello. Welcome to Carbon Chemistry classes. Today's topic is Chemical Kinetics Part 1. In this chapter, we are going to learn introduction, rate of reaction, units of rate of reaction, rate expression. Before going to start a chemical kinetics, I would like to revise 2 points from the thermodynamics. From the thermodynamics, we can predict whether the reaction is feasible or not. And one more thing is we can guess what are the amounts of reactants or products are formed at equilibrium state. But we cannot guess or we cannot study the rate of a reaction by using thermodynamics principles. And how much time is taken for a reaction, it is not given by the thermodynamic principles. So all these questions are answered by a branch of chemistry is called chemical kinetics. So the point 1 is from thermodynamics, from thermodynamics we can predict whether the reaction is feasible or not. Feasibility of reaction. Amounts of reactants, and products at equilibrium. These 2 points we can study by using thermodynamic principle. But from thermodynamic principles we cannot study rate of a reaction. Rate of a reaction. How much time is taken time for a particular reaction. So all these questions are answered by chemical kinetics. So chemical kinetics we can define as branch of chemistry, branch of chemistry which deals with of reaction, reactions and their mechanisms. So what is a rate? Rate of a chemical reaction. Right side it, rate of chemical reaction. Rate can be studied by measuring the concentration of either reactant or product with respect to the time. So here rate can be measured, rate of a chemical reaction can be measured by concentration of reactants or products with respect to time. Chemical reaction reactants are going to give product. Here assume that 1 mole of reactant is going to produce 1 mole of product. The rate can be expressed for this reaction in two ways. One is with respect to the concentration of reactants, another one is with respect to the concentration of products. So during the course of reaction, concentration of reactions are gradually decreases, concentration of products are gradually increases. Now the rate can be written as rate is equal to decrease in the concentration of reactant by time. So let R1 is the initial concentration and R2 is the final concentration. T1 is the initial time and T2 is the final time. So R1 minus R2 by T2 minus T1. So R1 minus R2 we can write it as delta R by delta T. And here we should notice one point, that is rate with respect to the reactant concentrations are gradually decrease in the reaction. So the decrease in the reaction should be indicated by negative sign. Rate of reaction can be expressed with respect to the product also. Now the rate can also write as increase in concentration of product by time. So product concentration increases. So let concentration of product at T2 is P2, P1 and T2 minus T1. So this can be written as delta P by delta T. As for the rules, the concentration of products are increases, so we have to take a positive sign for product rate. It can be studied in a two ways. One is average rate, instantaneous rate. Average rate means total time taken to the change in total concentration of either reactants or products. So we can write it is average rate is equal to change in concentration of reactants or products by total time taken. So how much time is taken to change initial concentration to the final concentration. Coming to the instantaneous rate, is a small change in concentration, of reactants or product with respect to the small interval of time. Graphical representation of a rate. Graphical representation. Here the rate can be represented in two ways. One with respect to the reactants and with respect to the products. First one we will see with respect to the products. So this is in this concentration of products. So increasing in this direction. Time increases. So as the rate of reaction proceeds, the concentration of products is always increases. Let a time T1, for example, this is time T1, the respective concentration is this is P1. After some time, T2, the respective concentration is P2. Now we can write average rate is equal to average rate. Rate is R AVG, average rate is equal to. So highest concentration is P2. P2 minus P1 by T2 minus T1. So that is delta P by delta T. Always it is increasing, so that we can represent by plus. So what is this difference is? This difference is nothing but delta T, and this difference is delta P. Coming to the instantaneous rate. Instantaneous rate. So take slope on this line. So how can we calculate? So take the tangent. So this change is dt, small change in product concentration, and this is dt. Now R instantaneous is equal to dp by dt. So always plus. Here we should notice one point. If it is average rate, we can represent it by delta. If it is instantaneous rate, it is represented by d. Now the representation of a rate with respect to the product reactant, with respect to reactant, time concentration of reactant increases, time increases in this reaction. The course of reaction, the concentration of reactions are gradually decreases. So initially high value of concentration and gradually decreases. Gradually decreases. So let this concentration, the time with respect to T1. T1, suppose this is R1. T2 and this is R2. Now how can we write rate average is equal to change in R1 minus R2 by T2 minus T1. So R1 minus R2 can be written as delta R by delta T. But during the course of reaction, concentration of reactants are decreases, so negative sign. Coming to the instantaneous rate, R instantaneous is equal to, again same procedure, take the slope or tangent on this line, then we'll give, this is small change in reactant concentration, this is small change in time. So R instantaneous is equal to dR by dt, again it is a negative sign. So this indicates delta R and this is delta T, dR and dt. Units for the rate reaction. Units for rate of a reaction. So here rate, how we are writing rate? Rate is nothing but concentration of either reactants or product by time. So what are the units of concentration? Concentration is nothing but moles per liter or volume, we can say. Moles per liter means I can write mole and liter inverse. Now what is the rate? Rate is again concentration of reactants or products by time. So now units of units of concentration is mole liter inverse by time. Time always generally measures in second, or we can write mole liter inverse time inverse, or mole liter inverse and second inverse. Expression of rate. How do we represent a rate of reaction? For example, take one reaction. First I take hypothetical reaction. Hypothetical reaction R is going to form P. So now the change in concentration of R with respect to the time is equal to change in concentration of products with respect to that time. Here we should write negative and here it is positive. For a normal equation, example, CO plus NO2 gives rise to CO2 plus NO. So how can we write this? Change in concentration of CO with respect to that time is equal to change in concentration of NO2 with respect to the T is equal to change in concentration of CO2 with respect to that time. Here it is plus and it is equal to plus change in concentration of NO by dt. For example 2, H2 plus 2H2 plus O2 gives rise to 2H2. Here we should know, as I said, hypothetical reaction, 1 mole is going to form 1 product. So here all the reactions we are studying with respect to the 1 mole. So 1 mole means minus 1 by 2 change in concentration of H2 by dt is equal to concentration of O2 by dt, negative sign, it is equal to minus 1 by 2 t change in concentration of H2 by dt. So here it is positive sign. So per mole of a reaction we need to study. Thank you for watching.